chat box and share with me. Who's your teacher this semester? All right. Okay. I think yes, all students are in the room. Yes, we're 40. That's the big group, 42. All right. So who's your teacher this semester? Let me check my list and let me remind you, yes, about your teacher's names. I'm sure you remember, right? Over here, this is English 4. So we've got, yes, over here we've got Carmen. Yes, Carmen Pacheco. Marta. Yes, Marta Carranza. Felix Morea. Marlene, Ricardo, and Diego. Right, Julio as well, right? Okay, so let me check the chat. And let's see, yes, who's your teacher this semester? All right, yes, of course, feel free. You can share your answers just with the teacher, or if you prefer, you share it with everyone. Yes, it's up to you, right? But what I want to make sure is that you're following the session, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, so we've got some students from Miss Pacheco, right? Miss Carmen Pacheco, Cecilia Morea, Felix Tatalaya, right? Over here, Carmen Pacheco. Excellent. Thank you so much, all right? Xiomara, Andrea, Mario, Guillermo, Amanda. Thank you for sharing. Good job. Perfect. Yes, maybe Julio's students, they are going to join us later, right? Because we're missing students from Marta and Julio, but that's fine. Excellent. So let's see, let's get it started. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, right? Because I don't want to be the only person doing all the talking. I think, yes, you should be the ones, right? So first, okay, let's go to the learning objective. Yeah, we need to be clear about it. Amanda, can you please help us reading the learning objective?
Yes, of course. The exam prep power hour. Learning objective. Get familiar with the content and questions types in the midterm evaluation and ready to answer them.
Exactly. So this is the objective of this session. Yes, and we have only got 1 hour. All right. So I need everyone, right? Everyone to participate. Yeah, I need your active participation during this, yes, during this time. So as Amanda has just mentioned, today we're going to get familiar with the content, right? With the content, which in this case it's going to be included in the exam, right? In your midterm evaluation. All right. And of course, in that way, you're going to feel confident enough, right, as to answer all the questions you're going to be given on your, yes, on your evaluation. All right. Thank you, Amanda. Thanks for sharing. So, but before we start, at this stage, because this is English 4, yes, most of you are already familiar. Yes, you already know the structure of the midterm evaluation. So this time it's going to be myself asking all of you. So what about the sections? Yes, what's coming on the midterm evaluation? Because this is something you have already discussed with your teachers. So let's see if you were paying attention, yes, when they were explaining the different sections of the exam. So what comes on the midterm evaluation? Will we have listening?
Grammar, writing, uh, reading, uh, listening, I think.
Exactly. Yes, you mentioned grammar, reading, writing, and there's one extra thing that it's missing. What else it's missing? What's listening? Are you sure? Do you all agree? Will we have listening in the midterm evaluation? Feel free to turn your microphones, right? Feel free, yes, turn your microphones on and let's work together. So Amanda mentioned, yes, in this case, right? Grammar, it's definitely coming. Grammar, right? Reading, of course, reading, it's coming. Writing, yes, writing, it's also coming. But there is one extra section that it's coming. It's not listening, not this time.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Thank you so much, Amanda. Good job. Yes. So this is the first thing we need to be, yes, we need to be clear about. As soon as you receive your exam, you will see, right? The different sections. First, you will start with grammar. Then you will move on to vocabulary, right? After the vocabulary, you will start working on the reading section. And at the very end, you are going to be asked to write. Yes, to write a composition. So this time, yes, this coming Saturday, you're going to be assessed on 4 different sections, right? Grammar, vocabulary, reading and writing. And how many points? How many points is the exam? How many points has the exam got?
100.
Exactly, 100. And what about grammar and vocabulary? Do you have an idea? Yes. How much? Yes, how much is it worth each section? Is it, yes, maybe the grammar, is it 50 points or maybe 20? Do you have any idea? I can help. I can say that grammar and vocabulary, they are similar. Reading and writing, they are also similar when it comes, yes, to the points. How much is it worth, the grammar and vocabulary section? Do you remember? Okay, I've got some answers in the chat box. Let me go there. All right. Thank you, Xiomara. She was sharing with us. Yes, of course, grammar, it's definitely coming. Yeah, so do you remember how much is it worth, the grammar section? Any idea? I'm sure your teachers, they mentioned that during your online sessions. No?
I don't remember.
Thank you, Manda. Thanks for being honest. That's all right. Yes, because here, yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you this information. So over here, we've got a summary, right? As Amanda has just mentioned, the exam, the midterm evaluation, it definitely, yes, it will definitely assess grammar, right? Vocabulary, reading, and writing, right? As Amanda has also mentioned here, yes, of course, right? When it comes to the points, right? When it comes to the, yes, how much is it worth, for instance, the grammar section? As you can see here, the grammar, right, and the vocabulary section, they are both worth, right? Each worth, right, in this case, 30 points, right? When it comes to reading and writing, in this case, yes, each section, it's worth 20 points. All right. And this is how, yes, this is how you will get 100. All right. And I'm sure, yes, I'm sure you will all, yes, you will all get great marks, right? I'm sure that at this stage you are all ready, yes, for the exam. So in this case, yes, today, because we have only got 1 hour, yes, we haven't got much time, we're just going to be able, yes, to work on grammar exercises. All right. But I will still, yes, give you some tips, right, when it comes to vocabulary, writing, and reading. All right. But let's say that today the focus, it's going to be grammar. All right. This is what we're going to be, yes, what we're going to be focusing on this time. All right. Okay. So remember, yes, grammar, vocabulary, 30 points, reading, writing, 20 points, right? I would say, yes, you need to make sure, yes, you need to make sure before coming to the exam, you need to make sure you practice, yes, the grammar section, but also the vocabulary section, right? Because if you're clear about grammar structures and if you've got, yes, enough vocabulary, you will be fine when it comes to the writing section, right? Or whenever you are reading, because it's going to be a lot easier for you to understand the content, right, of the context you are given. All right, so this time let's focus on grammar. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, let's start with the grammar section. So this time, yes, this time it's different. I'm sure you remember because when you were working in English 2, in English 3, yes, when you were in English 3, I'm sure you remember, yes, that the midterm, yes, the midterm, yes, for the midterm exam, you were assessed on 6 different units. So there was lots, yes, there were lots of, yes, lots of grammar structures you were expected, yes, to study before the midterm. But here in English 4, it's different, right? Because over here you only covered 3 units, right? So in this case, we've got, yes, we haven't got, yes, as many, right? As many grammar structures as you were given when you, yes, when you were in English 3. But let's see, but still, yes, we need to practice. So what about Unit 1? When you were in Unit 1, you were working with adverbs of frequency, right? And this is something that it's definitely coming on the exam. So we're going to practice this. All right. What about, yes, what else? On this same unit, you were presented, yes, present simple and present continuous. All right, so this is something we're also going to be checking today. Yes, with different exercises. Unit 2, what about Unit 2? On Unit 2, yes, you were working with past simple, but then you were also practicing questions, right? Questions in different tenses, and this is also coming. Unit 3, what about Unit 3? On Unit 3, you were working with past simple, past continuous, but also indefinite pronouns. All right. So let's get to work. So now that we're clear, this is definitely coming. This chart, yes, this chart summarizes the grammar section, right? Once again, the grammar section, it is worth 30 points. All right. Remember, this is not a theory session. All right. This is a practice. Yes, we're going to practice. This is a practical section. We're going to practice. I'm going to share with you different exercises, and I expect everyone to participate. All right. And I encourage everyone to do so, because in that way, yes, once we finish the grammar, yes, the grammar section, the grammar practice, you will be able to tell if you are ready for the exam, or maybe, yes, you will be able to tell, yes, or maybe you will realize that you need extra practice, and you will be able to identify what is the structure you need to keep practicing before the exam. All right. For that reason, I need everyone to participate. Yes, I need everyone. If you cannot, yes, if you cannot maybe turn on your microphone, make sure you grab, yes, well, in your notebook, yes, in your notebook, make sure you write down the answers and then check with me. All right. So by the end of the session, you will be able to tell if you are ready, or maybe if you need extra practice. All right. Give me just one extra second, because I think we've got more people in the waiting room. Just let me see what's okay. Let me, yes, we've got lots of students this time. Give me just an extra second. Okay, there we are. Are we? Yes, okay. Yes, all right, ready. There we are, perfect. Yes, I thank you, Grace. Yes, that's what I was checking, but I think that now everyone, yes, everyone is in the room. Yes, at this stage, yes, I've already checked, but thank you. Thank you for letting me know, right? If by any chance yes, we're working on the exercises, and if we've got extra students, you let me know. But at this stage, everyone is in the room. So we're 82. Yes, and there is one person who's in the process, yes, of joining us. All right. Thank you, Grace. Thanks for sharing. Good job. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start, yes, with um one of the, well, in this case, we're going to start with adverbs of frequency, right? Which in this case, I'm sure you're going to do pretty well. So over here we've got a chart. Yes, over here we've got a chart. Yes, we've got a chart. And in this chart, yes, we've got the frequency, right? The frequency in which this person, right, does certain activities, right? Such as getting up early, going to the gym, seeing friends, studying English, cleaning the house. All right. So what are we expected to do this time? So we have to look at this schedule, right? And based on the information, yes, we are given, yes, on this schedule, we're expected to complete the sentences we are given here from number 1 to number 5. All right. But of course, we need to decide, yes, we need to decide on the words, which in this case are on this, yes, on this box. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let me check. Let me ask. Yes, if you joined the session, I'm sure that you did so in order to practice. So I'm going to be asking everyone, right? Everyone to participate. So let's see. Let me ask. Yes, let me ask Alessandra. Alessandra Cuentas. Hello. Hello. How is it going today? Alessandra
Hello,
Cuentas.
teacher. Sorry.
Hello there. That's all right. Excellent. Alessandra, let's work on exercise number 1. So based on the information we're given here, what do you think would be the word that best fits on this, yes, on this sentence?
Okay, Vivi always get up early during the week.
Exactly. Yes, she, because over here we've got from Monday to Friday, right? She always, right? So always, this is definitely, this is number one. She always gets. Yes, let's remember to pronounce the S whenever we've got she, he, it. Let's always, yes, remember to pronounce the S. Vivi always gets up early during the week. Excellent. Thank you so much. Good job. Number two, let me see over here. We've got Andrea. Andrea Mateo Levano. Hello. Let's see, Andrea. What about number two? Okay. What about Andrea? No, Andrea. Alejandra. Yes, what about Alejandra? Okay, Alejandra Cuscano.
Yes, teacher.
There you are. What about number two, Andrea? What have you got for number two?
My name is Alejandra, teacher.
Oh, Alessandra. I'm sorry, Alessandra. I've got different names and
It's
different people here. I'm sorry.
it's
Sorry,
okay.
my
It's
bad.
don't worry.
Thank you.
Um, Never. She never goes to the gym. It's just like
Exactly, because here, yes, they mentioned Thursday, and of
yeah.
course, according to what we can see here, no, right? Exactly. So in this case, never. Thank you so much. Good job. Perfect. Let's continue. Volunteers. Yes, it's best. Remember, we have only got 1 hour, right? So if we want to make the most of this time, we need to participate, right? Otherwise, for instance, last during the morning, I was working with English 3. Yes, and we couldn't finish because, yes, in 1 hour it was difficult to cover 6 units. Here it's different. We have only got 3 units, but still, right? I encourage everyone to participate, right? All right. So over here yes, I've got volunteers. Genesis, can you help us, please? What about number three?
Okay, she cleans the house twice a week.
Exactly. Cleans the house. Yes. In this case, only Wednesday and Friday, right? So in this case, definitely, right? Twice a week. Thank you so much. Good job. Excellent. Thank you, Genesis. Alessandra Cuentas, can you help us with number four, please?
Yes, teacher. She studies English once a week.
Once a week. Exactly. Yes, this is definitely only, yes, only on Mondays, right? Only on Mondays. Thank you. What about the last one? What about number five? Camila, please.
She sees friends several times a week.
Several times a week, right? We've got Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Very good job. Camila, how often do you see your friends?
Um, I see my friends in the week with
But
the
how,
university.
oh yes, but how often? Is it every day? Is it always, sometimes, often, 3 times a week, twice a week? How
Sometimes.
often?
Sometimes, teacher.
You sometimes see your friends. Yes, here, yes, at
Yeah.
university. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good job. What about, I'm sorry. What about Alessandra? Alessandra Cuentas. How often do you clean? Yes, how often do you clean your house?
Mm, it's maybe is that twice a week.
Twice a week. So you clean your house twice a week. All right. Yes, that's similar with me. Yes, similar. Because yes, the other days we're just studying, yes, working. Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you, Alessandra. Good job. Perfect. What about, yes, there is one extra person. Alonso Diaz. What about Alonso? Yes, is Alonso
Hi,
around?
teacher.
Hello there. Alonso, how often do you get up early during the week?
Now, always, all days to I go to the university.
So every time you come to university, yes, you get up early. So you always, right? You always wake up early, yes, in the morning to come, yes, to come to university. Thank you. Thank you so much. And one last question. Yes, one last question for Alvaro. What about Alvaro Rojas? Hello, Alvaro. How is it going?
Hi, teacher.
Hello there. Alvaro, how often do you go to the gym?
Uh, I go to the gym twice a week.
Twice a week. You're lucky. I never. Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I never go to the gym. That's not a good example. You should go. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good job. So in this case, the first grammar structure or grammar topic you're going to be tested on the exam, it's related to yes, frequency adverbs, right? Frequency adverbs or frequency or expressions of frequency, right? According to the answers you have just shared with me, I think you are doing great, right? So let's keep moving. Thank you so much, yes, for your active participation. So let's see. Let's move on to the second topic. Do you remember what was the second topic, right? The second thing you were working on, it was in this case, right? Present simple and present continuous. But before we move on to the exercise, I need everyone. Yes, I need you to help me because I've just forgot about it. So, when do we use present simple? When do we use present continuous? All right, volunteers, share with me. When do you use present simple? Okay, yes, I think I've got some volunteers. Let's see who's there.
Present simple is for to talk about facts, true things, things that are happening, that that routines, and also present continuous is for things that are happening for continuous way or something like that.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Amanda. Yes, you're doing great. You're definitely clear about the difference, right? We use present simple, as Amanda has just mentioned, to talk about routines, right? To talk about facts, to talk about things that generally happen, right? To talk about permanent things, right? However, we're going to use present continuous to talk about something that is happening at the moment of speaking or whenever we're talking about temporary situations, right? So remember this present simple, permanent situations, right? Present continuous, temporary situations. All right? Present simple, things which are, yes, things which usually happen, right? Present continuous, things which are happening at the moment of speaking. And this is something you need to remember because at this stage, you are just working with present simple, present continuous. But as you move on, yes, to the other levels, you will be working with other tenses. That's why it's important for you to be clear about the function, all right, of each of these structures. Good job. Thank you so much, Amanda. So now that we're clear, yes, now that we're clear about the function, let me just double check the form. Yes, when it comes to present simple, I think this is clear, right? Present simple, I think this is clear. This is something you studied when you were, yes, when you were in English 3. Present continuous. This is what what I want to ask. What's the form? What's the form of present continuous? What's the form?
The verb with ing.
Thank you so much, Camila. Exactly, the verb to be, right? Present continuous, it always takes the verb to be plus the verb, yes, as Camila has just mentioned, in the ing form, right? In the ing form. So, but be careful. Remember, yes, and over here I'm going to circle this. Remember that it always takes the verb to be, right? Because sometimes when I check the exams, sometimes I only see the verb in the ing form. But remember, if the verb to be it's not included, then the sentence it's not correct, right? So let's remember, right? Present continuous, it always takes the verb to be plus the verb in the ing form. All right, good job. Thank you, Camila. So now we're clear about the function, we're clear about the form. So let's move on. Yes, let's move on straight to the exercise, right? To the task. So here we are. Okay, here we've got. So I'm sorry. Camila, can you read the instruction, please? What are we expected to do this time?
Yes, teacher. Put the words in the correct order to make sentence or questions in the present simple or continuous, use the time phrases to help you.
Exactly. So this is what we're going to do this time. Remember, sentences, right? Plural. Good job. Excellent. This is what we're going to do. As Camila has just mentioned, let's put the words in the right order, right? And we can use, right? We can use the phrases, the time phrases, yes, in order to be clear about what's the right order, yes, of each of these sentences. So this time I need volunteers, right? I need everyone to work on this task in your notebook, right? In your notebook, write it down. Write it down. I'll give you a minute or maybe two, right? 2 minutes. But apart from that, I need 5 people to write down the answers on the board. So, volunteers, please, volunteers. Okay, so Gabriela will write down the answer on number 1. Yes, Gabriela, you check number 1. Reina, you are going to do number 2. Luis, number 3. What about number 4? I need a volunteer for number 4. What about number 4? Volunteer.
Teacher, I could do the number 5.
Leonardo, number 5. Number 4, Leonardo. Luis, Juan, right? Yes, of course,
Yes.
you can definitely work on number 5. All right, but remember, do not write your answer right now. Let's wait 1 minute. Or 2 minutes, 2 minutes, because everyone needs to work on their notebook. All right. So after 2 minutes, you start writing, right? Okay. So now everyone in your notebook, you write down the answer. All right. Thank you so much. So I'll let you know. Yes. After 2 minutes, we're going to start writing on the board. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good job. Oh, I've got some questions here. Oh, yes. The exam, it's 100 points, 100 points. Yes. All right. That's okay. Okay. I'll give you just 2 minutes, right? I won't talk. I'll give you, yes, time to focus and concentrate, just to concentrate on the task. Okay, let me share. Yes, Dylan. Yes, of course. Yes, the exam is, let me write it down. The exam is 100 points, right? The grammar section, I'm writing this on the board. Yes, the grammar section, yes, it is worth 30 points, right? The vocabulary section, it is also worth 30 points. Then we have the reading. Yes, the reading, it is worth 20 points. And then we have the writing, right? Let me write this. Yes, and the writing, it is also worth 20 points. So this is how you will get 100 points. All right, so 100. In this case, the grammar, it's worth 30 points. All right. Is it clear? All right. Yes, I hope so. Yes. Otherwise, you just, yes, keep asking. You let me know. Yes, I'm willing to help here. All right. Yes. How are we? Yes. Are we ready? How are we doing? I think so, right? Okay, so let's see. Let's start writing down the answers on the board. I want to check the answers. All right, you already know. Yes, you already know who's going to be writing down the answers. So feel free to do so. On the board, yes, write it on the board. Let's use the Zoom, yes, Zoom tools in order to write, yes, in order to write down the answers on the board. All right. Let me check my volunteers. I remember that Okay, Gabriela, she's number 1, right? Okay, maybe she's still writing down the answer. That's all right. That's okay.
Sure. What do I need to press?
To write it down, yes, on the board. Or maybe are you on your mobile phone?
No, I'm on my laptop, but I don't
Okay,
know
you can
how
on
to.
on the top you have always you have got tools, right? You have got Zoom tools. So
Uh-huh.
you click on the pen and then you will be given the option over there, yes, you can see. And you will have
Okay.
the option to write it down. If you cannot, yes, I mean you can share your answers with me through the chat box if you cannot do that, right? But try, give it a go, give it a go, all right? Okay, so we've got, yes, answers for number 2, yes, number 4. I'm still missing number 3, 5, and 1. And thank you to the ones, yes, thank you to the ones who are sharing through the chat box, right? This demonstrates, right, your truly interest, right, in this session, right? You're sharing with me. Good job. Thank you, Xiomara, Andrea, right? Thanks for sharing. Good job. All right. Okay, so let's wait. We're just missing number 1 then, right? All right. So meanwhile, we wait for Gabriela. Yes, let's check for number 2 to number 5. All right. So number 2. Yes, so number 2 over here we've got how often, yes, how often do you go, yes, do you go to the beach? This is definitely correct, right? Remember in this case, yes, over here, this is a present simple, right? Present simple question. How often do you go to the beach? Excellent. Very good. Um, who wrote this question? Who was my volunteer on number 2?
Reina Miss.
Reina, how often do you go to the beach?
Um, Sometimes, but I went Trujillo. Go to Trujillo. I go to Trujillo.
You went
Um,
to Trujillo?
yes. Maybe in this time always.
Oh, you mean when you go? Yes, when you go to
Yeah.
Trujillo. Yes, when you go to Trujillo, you definitely go to the beach, right? All right. So
Yeah.
sometimes, right? Sometimes you go to the beach. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Reina. Thanks for sharing. Good job. What about number? So your question, it's definitely correct. Good job. Number 3. What about number 3? The question, it says, what are you doing right now? Yes, over here. Well, in this case, on number 2, it's present simple. We've got often, right? Yes, we mentioned that whenever we're talking about things that usually happen, we use present simple, right? However, on number 3, yes, over here we've got the expression that says right now. Yeah, so we're talking about something that is happening at the moment, right? Present continuous, right? Who was the volunteer? Yes, on number 3. I can recall. Luis. All right. So Luis, what are you doing right now?
I'm in the session.
Yes, you're following, you're listening, you're studying, right? Exactly. Yes, you're listening to the teacher. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Luis. Good job. Perfect. What about number 4? Yes, number 4, it says usually again, right? We've got usually, right? We know that we're talking about something that, yes, permanently happens. So we need present simple. I usually run around the park every night, right? Who was my volunteer on number 4? Who was there on number 4?
Me, teacher.
Leonardo. So Leonardo, how often, yes, do you run around the park? How
Um,
often?
I don't usually round, teacher.
You don't usually run? Yes, the same with me. All right, thank you. Thank you, Leonardo. Good job. Perfect. And then the last one, right? The last one, it says, shh, right? I'm talking on the phone, right? We're talking about something that it's happening at the moment. Very good job. Number one, what about number one? We're living in Santiago at the moment, right? At the moment. Thank you, Gabriela. Good job. So in this case, right, as you can see, time expressions, right? Time expressions, they help us, right? They help us decide what's the right tense or what's the correct tense we need to use, right? On each sentence. But something we need to remember, it's the function. Present simple, yes, we use it to talk about routines. You use it to talk about permanent situations or things that usually happen. What about present continuous? Present continuous, we use it to talk about something that it's happening at the moment or to talk about temporary situations. All right. According to the answers you have just shared with me, yes, I can easily say, I can tell that you are definitely ready, yes, when it comes to this part. Good job. Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next exercise, but this is a little bit more challenging because this time you have to write down the complete, yes, the complete tense. So, okay, but because of the time, yes, we haven't got much time, I'll be the one writing down the answers. All right? Or maybe not, maybe not. Maybe if we all work together, we can, yes, we can all participate, right? Because of course, the teacher, yes, the teacher shouldn't be writing everything down. You are the ones, right, who should be practicing. So let's see. Again, everyone in your notebook, yes, in your notebook, I want you to write down the answers. Yes, let's pretend, let's imagine that this is the exam. Okay, and let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes. All right. So, number one, I'll give you 2 minutes, right? And after 2 minutes, we're going to check our answers. This time, again, we are still working with present simple and present continuous. All right. For example, I'm gonna help with number one and number two. All right. Number one. Well, everyone, let's work together. Tell us about yourself. Who
Are you?
y- who are you? Right. Thank you, Amanda. Good job. Who are you? Good job. Number two. I'm sorry. What
Are you doing?
are you doing? Yes, here we've got at the moment, right? What over here are you? Okay, are you doing? Okay, with a pen it takes a little bit longer, but we are. Yes, how are you doing? All right, and then the last one, number three. What in your free time
What do you
Do
like?
you like?
do you like? Yes, exactly. Why? We've got do you
Is a question and is for routines or something.
exactly, yes, and of course, right? Remember that like it's we've got a state and not yes, action or non-action verbs, right? And in this case, we've got like, which is yes, a non-action verb, right? And we use it in the present simple. But of course, yes, we're asking about something that regularly happens, right? Every time you've got free time, yes, what do you do, right? Good job. Thank you. So this time, I'll give you a couple of minutes. Well, maybe just 2 minutes, no longer than that. And I need you to write down the answer. All right, write it down in your notebook. So then, yes, we're going to check and you will, yes, you will be able to tell if you're ready or maybe you need extra practice. All right. Okay. 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes. Let's see. The ones who would like to participate, feel free to write down the answers on the board. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, volunteers, write down the answers on the board. Let's see. And then we will check. Oh, thank you. Yes, I've got some answers in the chat box, right? That's excellent. Thank you. Good job. No volunteers this time? Don't you want to write down your answers on the board? My name? Yes, my name is Francisco. I
am a salesperson from Salvador in Brazil.
Thank you, Amanda. Yes, I'm right over here. I'm a salesperson from Salvador in Brazil. Thank you, Amanda. Good job. Number 5. Yes, so number 5, you've got usually, right? So what about number 5? A volunteer, please. What about volunteers? We've got, yes, we are 87 people in the room. Yes, 87, that's a big number.
I
What
usually
about
travel a lot.
Exactly. Thank you, Amanda. I usually travel, right? Just the same. I'm gonna highlight it. Yes, in order not to write it down again, right? I usually, right? I usually travel a lot, yes, for my work. But today, what about today?
I'm working.
Thank you,
Work.
Camila. Good job. Yes, but today, yes, over here, I'm working, right? This is an example, yes, of a temporary situation. Right? Very, very good. So normally, permanently, this person travels. But this specific day, this person is working, right? I'm working at home. Good job. After work, what about number 7? After work,
I often
I, Juan Jose, yes? What was that?
I often play computer games with my friends online.
Exactly. Here we've got often, yes, adverb of frequency, yes. After work, I often play, right? I often play computer games with my friends online. Thank you, Juan Jose. Good job. Let's continue. My best online friend is Josein. He, what
Usually
about,
It's
friendly.
usually friendly.
what was that? He,
Is usually friendly.
exactly. Over here, we've got the verb to be, right? Whenever we've got the verb to be, let's remember that we place the adverb of frequency after. Yes, after the verb to be. So he is usually, right? Let me write it down here. Usually, with a pen, it's difficult here. All right, yes. He is usually friendly, right? So this is something we need to remember whenever you've got the verb to be, right? The adverb of frequency comes after the verb to be. All right. So he is usually friendly, but he's very serious about computer games. Number 9, he, and this is negative.
Doesn't
Thank you,
like.
Camila. Good job. Yes, he doesn't. Yes, he doesn't. Auxiliary, right? Okay, maybe let's use this one because with the pen it's difficult, right? Okay, let me write it down here. It's a lot easier here. Yes, he doesn't like. Yes, he doesn't like, but here it's too big. Let's put it a little bit smaller. All right, here I think it's okay. Yes, he doesn't like it when he loses, right? I think anybody, right? Likes it. Right now, number 10, right now, and of course you've got right now. Yes, this
I am
expression.
practicing.
In
I practice.
Exactly. I'm practicing, right? Of course, yes. Present continuous. Yes, right now I'm practicing a game so I can win. Very good. Thank you, Amanda, Camila. Thank you for your participation. So, yes, when it comes to present simple and present continuous, this is definitely coming on the exam. All right, so make sure, yes, you are clear and you are ready. Yes, for this part. Let's continue. Let's go to the next one. Let me go back, and this time we have to hurry up because we have only got 10 minutes. I cannot believe it. Once you were working on unit 2, yes, apart from past simple, you were also working with questions, right? You were making different types of questions, not only in present simple, but in past simple as well. So, yes, this is what we're going to do. Let's move on to this exercise right now. Let's see. Okay, questions we've got here. Okay, let's move on. But before that, I think we've got one extra exercise, which in this case, it's related to past simple. Let me go back. Yes, okay, I'm sorry. My bad, my bad. Over here we've got, so we have already finished. Yes, we have already finished with number 1. Yes, with unit number 1. We checked adverbs of frequency and we checked present simple and present continuous. Now let's move on to unit number 2 and let's start working with past simple. And after that, we're going to move on, yes, to making, yes, to questions, right? Making questions. Good job. Okay. I almost forgot about past simple, but that's all right. Here it is. Okay, so let's see. Let's get started. This time I need everyone to turn your microphones on. All right, microphones on because I need everyone to participate. All right, so what are we expected to do this time? We have to tick the sentences which are correct. Yes, with the correct past tense form. For instance, number 1. Yes, number 1 we've got. Let me read it aloud and you let me know if it's A or B. Yes, we have to tick, in this case, the correct one, right? I not sleep at all last night. Letter B, I didn't sleep at all last night. Which one is correct? A
Letter
or B?
B.
Letter B.
Letter B. Letter
Letter
B.
B, definitely. That's the only option. Because whenever we're working with negative sentences in the past, yes, let's remember that whenever we've got a main verb, right? For example, sleep, we always need to use, yes, the auxiliary, right? The auxiliary didn't, right? Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good job. Number 2. What about number 2? Krishna and Usman ate all my birthday cake. And then the letter B, it says, yes, Krishna and Usman eat it all my birthday cake. A or B?
Letter A.
What type of verb is it? Yes, is it the verb eat? Is it regular or irregular?
Irregular verb.
It's an irregular verb, right? So the past simple in this case, it's ate, right? Yes, good job. So definitely the only option here we've got it's letter A. Good job. Thank you. Number 3. What about number 3? The hotel staff carried our bags to our room. And then letter B, the hotel staff carried our bags to our room. So A or B?
Letter B.
Letter B. Why? Why letter B? You're right. You're correct. Yes, but why?
Is a regular verb.
Yes, so when it's a regular verb, we usually add ed. And here we've got ed, and here we've got ed. But why B and not A? Because of, there is a rule, right? Do you remember what is this rule? Juan Jose, there you are. Yes, I'm sure you remember the rule.
To make it fast, I don't know.
Verbs with Y that finish in Y or a consonant or something like that, we have to change it for ed.
IED, exactly for IED. For example, yes, Amanda, you're right. Whenever we've got a verb that ends in consonant, yes, consonant and Y. For example, here we've got, yes, okay, or let's think about another one. Maybe Mary, yes, let's think about Mary. Yes, Mary, yes. Whenever we've got a verb that ends in a consonant and Y, yes, what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the Y, and we're going to add IED, right? That's why the only option here is letter B. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Juan. Good job. Perfect. Number 4. What about number 4? Grant stopped watching the news a while ago, and letter B, Grant stopped watching the news a while ago. A or B?
Letter B.
Why?
Letter B.
Okay, yes, you're right. Yes, I agree with you 100%, but why? This is about rules again, right?
Because the letter P is with twice.
Exactly. And what about the rule? Do you remember what the rule is? So whenever you've got a verb, yes, whenever you've got a verb that ends, right, that ends in consonant, vowel, and consonant, what we're going to do is we're going to double, right? We're going to double the last consonant, and then we're going to add ed, right? Thank you, Camila. Good job. Perfect. Yes, letter B, it's the correct answer. Number 5. What about number 5? The children play quietly all morning. The children play quietly all morning. What about here? The verb play. Yes, over here we've got the verb play. It ends in vowel. This is vowel and Y.
Sorry.
Oh, Paula? Yes, who was there?
Yeah, the children played quietly all morning
All
because,
morning.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Paula. Exactly. You are definitely right. Yes, in this case, letter A. Right, letter A. We cannot, yes, we cannot use the rule, yes, the rule that we apply to the word Mary, because in this case, yes, this word ends in vowel and then Y. And the rule, it says that it should end in consonant and Y to add the IED. So this is not the one, right? So that's why the only option is letter A. Thank you, Paula. Good job. Number 6, my teacher. What about the verb teach? Teach, is it regular or irregular? What type of verb is it? Teach.
Irregular.
Irregular. So what would be the correct option, A or B?
A. Tough.
Taught me, right?
Tough.
Exactly. Letter A. Yes, my teacher taught me about the past tense verbs. And of course, I can see it because all your answers are right. Yes, very good job. Yes, excellent. Number 7, the last one. We not had to left early. Then we've got letter B. We didn't have to leave early. What's the correct option? A or B? Volunteers. Let's see. We have only got 5 minutes. Okay.
Letter B.
Letter B, right? Whenever we're working with past simple, similar to number 1, yes, we need to use, and it's negative, we need to use auxiliary didn't, right? And the verb, yes, the verb, it doesn't change. The verb remains in the base form, right? It doesn't change. Good job. So in unit 1, yes, you were working with present simple, yes, present continuous. In unit 2, yes, you were working with past simple, right? Which in this case we use past simple to talk about things which are finished, right? There's no connection to the present. All right. Good job. All right, let's see. Let's continue and let's go to the next exercise. This time we have to hurry up because we have only got 5 minutes. All right, so what about here? Let's see. Let's share the answers just orally. All right, because we haven't got much time. We have only got 5 minutes. So this is, we're going to complete the text, right, using the past form of the verbs. All right. So let's work together. Let's work together. Yes, past simple of the verbs in brackets, right? For instance, over here we've got the verb be, then we've got go, then be, live, visit, meet, fall, help, spend, become, go, stay. All right? So microphones on. Let's work together. When I
Was.
When I was, exactly, when I was a child, my family, in the past, we're talking about the past, my family, with,
Doesn't usually.
but Jose, what about the past? This is the past. What's the auxiliary? What's the auxiliary we use to talk about the past? Didn't. Good job. So, when I was a child, my family
Usually didn't go.
Usually go.
didn't usually go.
go.
Exactly. Yes, remember that the adverb of frequency comes before the verb. Yes, and if you've got a negative, then it goes in the middle, right? Between the auxiliary and between the verb. So my family didn't usually go on summer holidays. Good job. But my summer, what about number 3? You have the verb to be. Be careful because over there you've got the verb to be. Be
Was
careful
never.
with the
Was never.
position.
Was
Was never.
never boring.
Good job. But yes, but my summer was never boring, right? Good job. Remember, yes, whenever we've got the verb to be, the position, right, of the adverb of frequency changes and goes after, right? But my summer was never boring. Number 4, we live. Is this regular or irregular?
Regular. Lived.
Regular, lived. We only need to add the D, right? Exactly, the D. We lived in a popular holiday destination and lots of people. What type of verb is it? Is it visit?
Visited.
Exactly.
Visited.
Regular verb, right? Regular verb. Only E and then D, right? Visited on holiday. Good job. The best summer was the year I. What type of verb is it? Meet. Regular or irregular?
Irregular. So is
Irregular. Good job, Amanda. Yes, irregular. So the best summer was the year
met.
I met. Good job. I met a tourist called Nicole. She, number 7, she
Fell.
fell. This is irregular as well, right? She fell off the swings in the park. So my sister and I
Helped.
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 Helped, exactly. This is regular, right? Helped her to get back to her hotel. Good job. After that, Nicole and I
Spent.
Spent.
spent. Yes, this is irregular with the T, right? With the T. Spent lots of time together and
Became.
became. Yes, again, this is irregular. Became good friends. At the end of her holiday,
You want?
she went,
Went.
exactly. This is also irregular. She went home, but we
State.
stayed. Yes, this is regular. We stayed in contact. She's still one of my good friends. All right, good job. Excellent. So in this case, right, as I have mentioned, so past continuous. Past simple, sorry, past simple, it's also coming on the exam. All right, on unit 2, you were working with past simple, but also questions. And this is what we're going to check here. On unit 2, on unit, I'm sorry, unit 8, right? No, let me go back. I've got different sessions today. Yes. So on unit 2, yes, unit 2, you were working with past simple, but also, yes, making questions. So let's go straight to the exercise and let's work on the questions. All right. Only orally, right? We have already run out of time, so we need to make sure we finish. Yes, the sooner the better. Let me erase this one and let's see. So complete the questions with present simple. Yes, or past simple. So this is a little bit more challenging, right? We're mixing tenses. Present simple or past simple form of the verbs. Use the responses to help you, right? So based on the answers, yes, we can easily tell, yes, if we need to use present simple or past simple. Number 1, yes, number 1, it says, where's Lily?
Is she late?
Exactly. Yes, present simple, right? Is she, right? Is she late? Thank you, Amanda. Good job. And the answer, yes, she is, right? Number 2, here you've got, yes, a time expression that says last night. So what on TV last night?
What did you watch?
Exactly, the auxiliary did. Yes, whenever we're asking questions, let's remember, yes, whenever we're asking questions and whenever we've got a main verb, of course, we need to use the auxiliary did. What did you watch on TV last night? Good job. Number 3. Yes, what about number 3? Number 3, it says, you often make dinner.
How often do you make dinner?
Exactly. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, good job. So how often, right? How often? Okay, how often? Yes, do you, right? Do you make? Yes, do you make dinner? Here you've got, yes. You move on. How often do you make dinner? Thank you, Amanda. Number 4, what about number 4? Here we've got, yes, the time expression that says yesterday.
What were she and then yesterday?
Exactly. Over here you haven't got, yes, you have the verb to be. Right? So over here, you do not need the auxiliary. Instead, you need to use the verb to be. Where were they? Yes, where? Yes, where were, in this case, Shay and Dini yesterday? Good job. Number 5, what about number 5? Why? Every night.
Why did she sleep with the curtains open every night?
But here it says every night. So it means that this is something that usually happens, that frequently happens. What do you need to use? Past simple or present simple?
Present simple.
So what would be the question?
Why does she sleep?
With the curtains open every night. Exactly. Why does, right? Let's be careful here because every night, this expression, it's telling us that we're talking about something that permanently happens, right? Good job. And then the last one, number 6. When? What about number 6? This is past, right? What about past? Whenever you're asking questions.
Well, when did you leave?
Thank you so much, Camila. Yes, because you've got a main verb here, right? So you need to use the auxiliary did. Yes, when did you leave in Russia, right? Thank you, Camila. Thank you so much. Good job. All
Teacher,
right. Oh, yes.
can you repeat the number 4 and 5?
Number 4, yes, of course. Yes, number 4, where were Shay and Danny yesterday? Where were Shay and Danny yesterday? That was number 4. And what about number 5? Yes, number 5, this is, yes, you're talking about something, yes, that regularly happens, right? You're talking about every night. Therefore, we need to use present simple. So why, yes, why does she sleep with the curtains open every night? Yes, over here we need to use the auxiliary does, right? Exactly, because this is present simple. Yes, and then the answer is she likes waking up early. All right. I don't know who was there. What I think it was Sandra, right?
Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Perfect. All right. So in this case, yes, unfortunately, I told you, yes, I told you 1 hour, it's not enough. And I know, yes, I know that some of you, you've got different courses. So we were just missing 2. Yes, we were just, let me erase this. We were just missing two extra tenses to practice, right? And this is something you are going to cover, I'm sure, when you are with your teachers, because during this week, all the teachers, they are working on a general review. All right, so make sure you attend all your sessions, because teachers, they are preparing different material, yes, for you to make the most of this time and get ready for the exam. All right, but on unit, yes, when you were working on unit 3, you were working again, yes, again, similar to unit 2, you were also working with past simple, but also, right, you were also working with past continuous. So make sure, yes, make sure you work on it. I can share you can, maybe you can take a picture, yes, to the exercises. We won't have
Yes,
time. We won't have time to work on them because, yes, it's already, yes, we have already run out of time, but you can take a picture. Here you've got the picture, yes, picture. This is an exercise, yes, which in this case, it's related to past simple, past continuous, right? So you take a picture, yes, once you finish, yes, make sure you practice, right? And you can double check with your teachers, right? You can check your answers with your teachers. This is one. And the last one, the last topic, it is related to indefinite pronouns, right? This is also coming on the exam. So you can also take a picture of this because this is also coming on the exam. All right, perfect. So remember, when it comes to the grammar section, yes, it is worth 30 points. But before you go, just give me just 2 extra minutes, right? As I mentioned, the vocabulary, it's also going to be assessed. All right, and this is also worth 30 points. How can you get ready? Yes, how can you get ready for the vocabulary? Because of course, yes, if you open your book, you've got plenty, yes, plenty of vocabulary there, right? I strongly suggest everyone, yes, going to the back of your book, yes, and go where it says vocabulary reference, right? Because if you go there, you are going to find the list, yes, of the vocabulary, which in this case, we're going to take into account, all right, in order, yes, in order, well, which in this case, these are words which are going to be included in the exam, right? So at this stage, you only covered unit 1, yes, unit 2, and unit 3. So make sure, yes, make sure you know, yes, the meaning of all the words which are here. But it's not just about knowing the meaning, but you also have to practice the spelling, okay? Because maybe, yes, in the exam, you are going to be asked to write, yes, to write down the word. Okay, so it means that you need to be clear about how to write the word properly. All right, so when it comes to the vocabulary, it is worth, yes, as I've mentioned before, 30 points. What about the reading? The reading, it's worth 20 points. You are going to be given only one text, no more, just one text, but this part, it's worth 20 points. All right. Remember that on the exam, yes, on the midterm exam, you have only got 90 minutes. Okay, so once you go, yes, once you start working on the reading, make sure first, yes, make sure you first read the questions. All right, read the questions first, and then you go and read the text, because in that way it's going to be a lot easier for you to identify, yes, the answer. All right. Yes, this is a strategy that may help. All right. Every time we get to the midterm exam, students, they need time for the writing. Okay, that's why you need to make sure you maximize. Yes, you maximize your timing. Yes, whenever you're working on the different parts of the exam. So in that way, you will have enough time once you get to the writing. Okay, so make sure once you're working on the reading, first read the questions. And then when you are clear about the questions, you go to the text. And in that way, you're going to find the answers, yes, a lot faster, right? And then the last part, yes, it's about the writing. Yes, the writing, it is also worth 20 points. And in this case, yes, there is a word limit, right? You are expected to write from 100 up to 120 words, right? That's the average, from 100 up to 120 words. Teachers, they will be, yes, they will be checking grammar. They will be checking vocabulary. Yes, punctuation, spelling, and organization as well. All right. And of course, right? What about possibilities? So in this case, I'm going to give you this. During the exam, yes, on the exam, you are going to be given one of these three options, no more than this, right? Number one, you can be asked to write a personal profile. This is one option. A second option is to write, yes, to write a story about a happy memory. This is a second option. And the third option, it'll be to write a recipe. Okay, so this Saturday, one of these three options, it's going to be considered. Yes, one of these three. A personal profile, yes, a story about a happy memory, or maybe, yes, a recipe. Okay, so this is definitely coming. And of course, right, the writing section, it is also worth 20 points. All right. Okay. And that's it. I'm sorry. I know I took 13 extra minutes of your, yes, of your time. Yes, I know 1 hour, it's not enough. All right. So thank you so much. Yes, for your active participation. Remember, yes, you have still got time. This week, yes, teachers, they are preparing lots of material, right, in order for you to practice. So make sure, yes, make sure you attend your online sessions. Yes, participate, yes, and make the most, yes, of that time with your teachers, because of course they want you to succeed. All right. So thank you very much, yes, for your active participation, and I'll see you this Saturday. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for
Thank you.
Natalie.
Goodbye,
Bye.
teacher.
Hi,
Take
Bye.
care.
teacher.
Take care. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Teacher,
Yes. Who's there?
Paula, teacher, one question. What time will be the exam on Saturday?
Oh, you
Remember?
well, in this case, we have already sent, yes, we have already sent this information. So make sure you check your email. Check your email, because during the morning, yes, we've been sending the schedule.
Okay.
So make sure you check. Yes, go to your email address, yes, and check, because we have already sent this information.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
Thank
That's
you. Yeah.
excellent. Yes. And if you have a question, remember, you can always contact, yes, you can always contact us. You can always write an email to Idiomas, right? Whenever you've got a question, or yes, or if you need help, feel free. Yes, feel free to write, yes, to Idiomas, and then we're going to reply, yes, and help you. Yes, and help you, of course. All
Thank
right.
Teacher,
Teacher,
Okay. Yes.
It is
Who's there?
possible to show us
would
again the first grammar section, please?
The first one, this one?
Yes, and the other ones too, please.
Okay, this one?
Yes, teacher, thanks.
That's okay. Thank
you,
you.
could you please show me the 9 PPT, please?
Of course, yes, there you are. This is about past simple and past continuous. Yes, we couldn't cover this, yes, because of the time, but feel free to practice it, yes, by
Okay,
yourself. That's all
teacher.
right.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
And
All right.
6 and
Okay.
7, please, teacher.
Oh, okay, there you are. 7
And 6, please.
and 6. Let me go back. Okay, here you are.
Thank you, teacher.
All
And
right.
also, it's the
Thank
first
you.
time